Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 3. In the previous episode we braved the back half of Mechanos, and then eventually fought Chaos, the mechanical mastermind apparently behind all the general disarray around here. Oh, and we also got this sweet new turbo ski. So with this baby we can finally reach some new places we couldn't before, although I suppose that's a given. Oh, when we crank this baby into overdrive by pressing Y, we can move so fast that we can scale waterfalls! And so now up in this little cluster of water up here, there's another suspicious looking beach. I suppose you guys saw that coming, right? Here's Undercover Cove. You've learned the Undercove Cannon. You know, like Taco Bell's cannon, except not. Well, anyway, before we head onward for real, there's actually a couple more things I want to take care of real fast. First, let's check bazaars. Careful. There we go. So, you remember that mirror he had for sale? The one we couldn't afford before? Well, it seems we still can't afford it. Well, no matter, we don't need it just yet. But what we can also do real fast is check out Funky's. If we enter, because here's a neat little trick, is if you enter from this way. Whoa, bogus talking, kitty! Get my crate back in here before that clumsy bazaar parks it on the rocks! Yeah, I guess that's their way of making sure you aren't able to switch between vehicles unless you just drive it right into his rental. Well, anyway, amusing Easter eggs regardless, there's one more thing I want to do. You know how Bramble was talking about how those fumes getting belched out by the factories on Mechanos were making it so that the flowers he liked to study were unable to grow? Well, let's see if they're doing any better now. I'm glad those horrible machines are destroyed. Perhaps my beautiful flowers can start to grow again now. Seems they're not growing just yet, though. But the fact that he believes they can is a good sign, at least. And why don't we check to see if he has anything more to say? You know how these brothers tend to be. Those beautiful flowers used to... Hey, wait a minute, you told me this already. He does say a couple other things, but the point being, we still can't do anything for him just yet. His flowers need a little more time to grow. But what we can do now is, you see those double falls? Well, we kick this baby into high gear, go right up them, and meet the northern hemisphere. We got some whole new areas to explore here, and the first of them is going to be this mountain called K3. Rare in their puns. Well, better get your winter clothes out of storage, cause it's beginning to look just like an ice world. But, you know how most ice worlds in most video games are kind of a slog? Well, this one is anything but. Just like the water world, Donkey Kong Country 3 likes to vary things up a lot. And this level in particular, Crevice Creepers, is going to show just that. Ooh. Welcome to the first of the mountain levels. Oh my god, the atmosphere in these is incredible. Just the general layout, the tile set, the way you see all these little plants and flowers interspersed among the rocks, the cliff face in the background there, all this, all of it comes together. Even the music. Hear the music? Yeah, it's just wow. It's like second only to the waterfall levels, if you ask me. And so, meet our main enemy here. You remember the clasps, right? Well, where the ones in creeping clasps just kind of amble back and forth aimlessly, these ones actively seek you out and try to kamikaze you, making things much harder than they were in their last appearance. Here's a DK Bear. Let's backtrack real fast. God, well, that was dumb of me. Be very careful here. Well, now the point of backtracking is kind of gone, because the main reason there, see, if you team throw from the very start of the level, you'll get shot into an arrow barrel that will lead you up to a high rope. You caught a glimpse of it at one point there. That's got 3 banana bunches by it. And so let's not make that mistake again. Nab this bear coin, get back up here to safety. Over here, there's a banana bunch. More clasps to avoid. What you want to do most often in this level is lure them to one side and quickly go over to the other side and sneak past them. And for this particular class, we want to lure him over here, then drop, get past him, and there's the first bonus barrel. Fortunately, that was Kitty that got hit before, and not Dixie, because this bonus area is much easier with Dixie. So you gotta sneak past the clasp and grab all of these stars. Dixie's helicopter spin is a godsend here. Even if she spins a little slower, then she climbs on the ropes. I actually messed up quite a few times here when I was using Kitty in the practice run. Although something tells me you guys would probably want to see that, wouldn't you? A bunch of sadists. So anyway, here's another interesting little tile here. You get these little outcroppings that were built into the mountainside. It's really cool. That one up you basically can't get unless you team throw. Careful here with the sneak. You don't want to bounce into this clasp. Go up here. Oh no! Well, hopefully that's not precedent for anything. There we go, got by there the right way that time, and now I can show you this little secret up here. Arrow barrel, 30 bananas to be had. Alright, let's see if I can get back to where I died in one piece. Oh, actually, before I got away, one fun fact that's actually very useful. If you clear a bonus barrel in one of these levels and then die, the bonus coin will stay collected. So you won't have to go through all the hassle of getting to the barrel and clearing it again. As long as you beat the level, you get to keep the coin. It's very, very nice. The DK coin's actually the same way. And, well, actually, I'm almost back to where I died. I'll just leave you to enjoy the music here a little more. Yeah, something else, ain't it? You can jump back down there, but the one-up won't spawn. Go up here, more clasps. Switch to Dixie if you have her here. Kitty actually takes just a little longer to jump off a rope. So if you have Dixie, you can get through segments like that much more easily. Climb up here. Let's check if there's anything over here. Is there? Seems not. And this is the part where someone watching starts yelling at me about how I missed something. So here's some vertical ropes. That's interesting. I'm gonna jump just over this clasp and get the hell away from him. There's the L. Further up here. Here's a steel keg. You know what that means. There he is. This DK coin. Oh boy. This DK coin. You see what you want to do here. Grab the barrel. Jump just right so that when you throw it up, it'll lay on the very rightmost edge of this cliff face. And then run over to the coin before the barrel gets there. Thing is, this barrel is very finicky about whether it wants to land on this platform up here. And, come on. Come on, you gotta move a little closer to the right to make sure it gets the right. Any day now. Is that it's almost impossible to get there in time if you're using Dixie. Kitty is just a little faster, and he has a bit of a chance to get there, but this one is still a pain to get. Unless you know the trick. Because you see, what you can do here is just walk up right under the coin, make sure he's still facing right, then just jump, throw the barrel upward, and... yeah, it's kind of cheesy, but with how mind-numbing, with how insert metaphor of something you dislike difficult that coin is to get normally, I'll take it. So let's lure the clasp over here, sneak by him. This one's a little trickier because we have less room to work with. Button didn't work for me. Good news is there's a star barrel right there and a DK barrel to get Kitty back. Let's see, is there anything off here? Sometimes these lower sections kind of blend together, so I tend to forget. No, nothing on that one. There is a reason I've been looking, though. You'll get to see it shortly, unless I get hit. I shouldn't have jinxed it. Let's jump past this clasp and get the hell away from him. There we go. You know the worst part? I'm gonna have to come back to this. Unless there's another DK barrel here that I forgot. Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna have to go back. Well, might as well beat the level first. Get past this clasp, get past this clasp. This section down here, it's got a bunch of nothing except for this auto fire to send you back up. Up here, another thing I gotta pass up showing. Why did I have to get hit like an idiot? Why did I have to say something? There's the barrel. Actually, I think I can go back down to this if I'm careful. Guess not. So up here, I jump up here, avoid the clasp. go. Just a little more. Careful with these. Still want to get bob and weave through them as before. I'm using that phrase not a lot again. Just one more stretch here. You gotta sneak past this glass, grab the G, and you're home free. There is a little something I want to show here too, but I can't because I don't have both Kongs. Guess we're playing through the level again for the first time this run. I sound angry, but I mean, it is kind of late game now, so sometimes that stuff happens. The levels aren't that long in general. And, I mean, this is a mountain level, so it is not that bad. So I'll see you guys just past that spot where I got hit like an idiot. Damn it. I'm doing something wrong with the timing there. Alright, made it. And so this little section with the end here looks kind of suspicious, doesn't it? The way the camera pans upward, is it trying to tell you there's something up there? Well, if you have both Kongs, if you throw Dixie up and to the right here, turns out there's a little more to this side area. A completely random, out-of-place Naka, and bonus barrel number 2. You got a coin to find. If you, well, actually, you gotta have Dixie here. Switch to her. Makes things a little easier. Lure this class to the left. Sneak past him. Lure this one to the left, because there's only 4 ropes here. And if you try to go from right to left with that one, you'll find no rope to grab to get away from him. Sneaky. You know what makes things worse? If you do mess this up, the barrel drops you up here, meaning you have to go past that gauntleted clasp down there without getting hit in order to get to that bonus barrel again. Kind of a pain. Alright, let's see if I can get to this next section without getting hit. Alright, made it. Did I? No, not yet. Almost. Passed it up? Well, no matter, we can still show this last one. Alright, get past the G. Got it. Alright. So, you know how in the pier levels there were sections where you could throw Kitty and punch a hole in the boardwalk to find something? Well, it turns out those aren't the only levels where you can do that. In fact, you see that real suspicious looking piece of ground that looks like something's covering up a hole? Well, if you throw Kitty near it, yeah, it turns out there are little hidden stuff there's little hidden things like that in almost all of the mountain, cave, and boardwalk levels, obviously, and riverbank levels. You notice we haven't seen a cave level yet, but we will eventually. So now that we finally cleared out that level, yep, flags blowing in the wind, exclamation point by the name. Let's go, stop off at Brinkley's for a second. A lot of banana birds here. Bingo? Where the hell are you going to go to a game of bingo on an inhospitable mountain? Yeah. So things aren't going to get much better, probably, because our next level is Tearaway Toboggan. Go on. Guess what mechanic shows up here? Go on, guess. And the evil bonus barrels don't end either, because when you jump into this barrel cannon, the game tells you to head right, but actually you want to time it so you head down and to the right, because that's where the first bonus barrel is. Yeah. Interesting little mechanic here with this, though. The DK barrel encourages you to find some way of using your other Kong to hit them. Well, it turns out if you throw Dixie upward, you can hit certain enemies from below. This obviously only works on a handful of enemies because, duh. Not many of them are vulnerable, and not many flying enemies are vulnerable that way. And here's the toboggan. Yep, we're at this again. This level is quite different in design from Demolition Drain Pipe, in fact, because, well, mostly due to the fact of the nature of the level and the obstacles within it. Demolition Drain Pipe was much more claustrophobic, I missed the K, in that, you know, it was in a pipe system, and a lot of the obstacles were crammed close together, and there was that ceiling that you could hang, with a rail that you could hang from. That's not a good sign. Meanwhile, with this level, it's much more open, but due to the nature of it, there are a lot more changes in elevation, and sometimes you can't really see what's up ahead, like that pit there that you might fall in if you don't think to, if you're not ready to jump. Halfway point there. There's a DK barrel. If you know, if you run into any of those houses, there's a couple barrel coins to be found here. Jump at the last second for a banana bunch there. If you've noticed with these houses, you can't always tell if it's safe to go in front of them, so it's just, generally you just want to You just want to play it safe and jump, except for this one coming up here, because you want to follow the arrow and jump right into this bonus barrel. 50 stars to collect here. Again, it's not as bad as it sounds. All you have to do is follow a path. Up, up, stay down, up again. Got it. Alright, there's a toboggan waiting for us. Wait for it. Jump! And we're safe! Wow, I got through that in one piece. So, we have a steel keg, a booty bird to hit with it, banana bunch, but wait a minute. If there's anything we've learned about the level design in this game, it's that the steel keg must have another use. So we take this suspiciously respawning one, head past the flag, sure enough, there he is. Onk! And if you happen to have both Kongs, you can throw Dixie up to this cliff off to the right, but there's a 2-up waiting for you. Some levels in Donkey Kong Country 2 like to do stuff like that with the beginning or end of the level, and I want to say that might be a bit of a callback. So yeah, let's finish this. It sounded kind of saxophone-ish remix of the Clear theme. So that's enough bobsledding for one lifetime. But there is good news. I know it doesn't involve Geico. The good news is our next level is another waterfall one. Oh man, I never get tired of this. The atmosphere in these levels is just so perfect. And I'm really digging the kind of burgundy color of the rock face. It looks really nice. And so here, in the foreground, is this level's main mechanic, barrels that slowly descend the falls. Be careful around them because the platform they provide is actually a little smaller than the sprite of the barrel itself. Keep that in mind. Another one of those fast-moving crimps. If you could hear it there, it does echo. See? And wait a minute before you go onward here. Let's check off to the right. As we spin across here, you'll find, hey look, a steel keg. Which means surely near the end of this, there has to be... There he is. And so there are two ways to get this DK coin. One is to throw the barrel upward and then lead or follow it all the way down while making sure it doesn't despawn on you. But there's a second way, and it's more fun. You see, if you throw it up against this wall, you can ride it. You could... Screw it. Let's wait for it to respawn. Spoilers ruined. Let's see if we can get this right this time. There we go! And here I thought this little mechanic was mostly just for fun. So all we gotta do is jump off at the right time. Got him. And now we can spin back to the main part of the level, which of course you can do and cannot get stuck because you had the helicopter spin to get over there. And since there are no enemies in that little side area that can hurt you, you'll surely still have Dixie. Unfortunately, these barrels do come back, kind of reset if you leave that part of the screen and come back, just like the platforms in the mill and factory levels. See ya, Crimp. And here's a crate. Very interesting. These things were all over the place in Donkey Kong Country 2, but this is the only one in the entire game. Unlike most barrels, this won't break on contact with the ground, regardless of if it hits something. And it's gone. Oh well. Hang a little further up here, there's the see ya, Crimp. A couple bristles. You remember how to take these out, right? Wait a minute. Oh wow, I almost missed something. Let's nab the star barrel just in case. You see, I actually fell for one of the most sneakily hidden... Screw you, Crimp. One of the most sneakily hidden bonus barrels in the game. See, if you come back here, jump on this barrel, you'll find this one hiding in plain freaking sight. The challenge doesn't get any easier, especially since we're stuck with Kitty. So you gotta go back and forth here. There's a banana below you, just wait for the barrel to fall down to it. You definitely want to keep jumping right, left and right to... Can you tell I'm concentrating? Keep jumping left and right to make sure you don't fall into the abyss. Hopefully you'll still have the... Uh-oh. Not gonna get that one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Got it. Because I remember, back when I was younger, at first I thought the bonus coin would spawn somewhere way up to the right that I had to scroll up to get. Then I thought it'd be down below. Then I fell into a pit. Turns out it's off to the left here. Don't get psyched out like I did. And again, I was like, what, 9? Anyway, this will spawn us back up to this. Careful around the crimp. The crate's back. See ya. See you. Echo, echo, echo. Take these out, and the star barrel respawns for us. How nice of it. And the fact that I did get hit's gonna suck here because meet the infamous 4 barrel falls. I'm not sure if it's called that, but it should be. Because we gotta jump up all 4 of those in perfect timing to get further upward. Dixie can helicopter spin to land... Excuse me. To land back on the second one. Kitty, what is up with me? Kitty cannot. I cannot believe I pulled that off. Wow. It's much harder than it looks, trust me. I had to spend like 5 minutes getting that right in my practice run. So further onward here, there's some buzzes. That's unusual. Over here we have the end, but wait a minute. The camera's panning a little as if it wants to tell us there's something over there. So if we spin over here, sure enough, there's a barrel and a bonus barrel. This one has us finding the coin. You know how with that 15 banana challenge, I was saying how when I was younger, I thought that you might have to go way up to reach the coin. Turns out that's exactly what you do here. As the camera slowly, dramatically pans upward here to eventually reach the cliff where the coin is. I gotta say, that's some really nice camera work from the dev team. Makes that little bonus challenge feel kind of dramatic. Very nice. Then we jump into this barrel cannon. We're gonna time it right to land on this one. There we go. Oh, there you are, Perry. And interestingly enough, if you fall down, you want to be careful here, but if you do mess up and if you slowly fall down here, you're gonna end up on this little side platform where there's an auto fire barrel waiting to take you back up to the cliff on the right. Needless to say, if you still have Dixie, she is a godsend here, especially with that little spot. Get out of here, crimp. Off to the left here, we have some bananas for Barry to collect. Wait for it. Wait a minute, if you go back off to the left, you'll find a booty bird that thought it could hide from us. That's a bear coin in our possession. Head off to the right here. Careful here. That buzz actually does not go low enough to hit you, but it can definitely hit Perry. Time this right. Time this right as well. You don't want to fall. Another 4-barrel. Yeesh. I don't know why, but I've never had as much of a problem with that one. Jump up here. Careful. And there's an no Perry sign leaving us at 2 up behind. Is there anything over here? Guess not. Couldn't remember. And so there's a barrel and a couple of very fast-moving bristles that we should probably take out on the safe side. Oh, got one of them. Gotcha. Oh, and if you end up falling back here, like say if you try to find a secret that doesn't exist, oh, there's the flag. Spoilers. We'll just land down here where there's an arrow barrel and a lower section that falls there to catch it. It's just kind of a neat little extra. Oh, and I suppose you could just kind of sneak over here. But anyway, there's actually a little something past that flag. If you go just a little further, there's another booty bird, and uh-oh, we used that barrel. But wait, do you remember that thing that they taught us in Tearaway Toboggan? We pick up Dixie and throw her, take out the booty bird, and there's the G. And now, we can finish this. Not even a pain-in-the-ass mechanic like those falling barrels can keep a waterfall level from being such an awesome place. Too bad it's the last one in the game. Well, I think we've earned a rest. Let's just sit back and marvel at these falls for a little while. Next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 3, we ascend the rest of K3.